Like you mentioned earlier, you recently just got back from Europe where you went to Paris and Dublin. Why did you go to Paris? Ashleigh, share with class. Why?
So I went for this like little indie artist. Her name is Taylor Swift. She's not very big. Like she's really big in France.
You saw her on, I believe, the second night.
Yes.
Of the start of her European like tour.
Yes. Yeah, because we went Friday. Yeah, and then she was there.
Yeah, I am beside myself, as you can see. Tell us everything. Tell us everything.
Well, so that was my second time seeing her. I did see her at MetLife also last May. It's been a year.
Yeah, it has been a year. And shout out to Ashleigh because she really saved me. Taylor was here for 3 nights. Ashleigh went the night before me and she gave me a huge heads up that getting home was a nightmare.com.
Yeah.
This little girl ran her ass to the train when Karma started, the finale.
Yeah.
I got on the first train out. I moved it in my little silver cowboy boots. I fucking booked it. I was getting screamed at by security. They're like, ma'am, no running, slow down. And I was like, I've got to get home.
I will if you can catch me.
No, literally, I was like, I am not waiting out here for 4 hours to get home.
No.
Sorry, I won't do it.
No, and me and my friend Emily, who I went with, we learned that lesson because we went to Beyonce like 2 months later, and the same thing. Beyonce was like floating around doing her summer renaissance, saying goodbye, and we said we need to get the fuck out of here, and we sprinted to the train. Same thing. We got on like the first train, but because it's a nightmare. Anyone who doesn't live in New York City, when there's a concert at MetLife Stadium in
it's a journey.
New Jersey.
It's a journey.
You have to get to Penn Station, first of all. Then you have to take the New Jersey Transit. Then you have to transfer. Why is there not a fucking direct train? So I did see her in MetLife. And I will say MetLife was way better.
Really?
Yeah, than Paris.
What about it? Was it the energy?
Energy.
Okay, because I actually was going to specifically ask you US versus Europe crowd, like what was it like?
So there were a lot of American fans there.
I heard, and the Parisian girls were not pleased.
Yeah, but there were also...
I kind of don't blame them. We suck abroad. Yeah. I mean, you and me, we're good. Most Americans, we're going to make a separate podcast about this, about American etiquette abroad 101. Like, y'all need to get your heads out of your asses. And I'm allowed to say that because I used to work abroad. I've been abroad many times. We are a damn train wreck.
Yeah. Okay, but I will say, we had floor tickets. We got VIP. We got floor tickets. I've never had floor before, but when we went to look at tickets, they were like $300 for VIP on the floor.
You had to.
Yeah, obviously we're going to do that. So the thing with this stadium is I think there were some seating on the floor, but it was standing.
Okay.
All standing, which like made me a little nervous because I was like, you girl's 32. I got to sit. I need a seat.
I like a seat.
Okay. I need my space, like whatever.
Yeah.
So we got there early because of VIP. We were let in sort of early.
Cute.
And so there was a lot of space closer to the stage, but we made the decision to stand near, like, where like the lights are. And
not be in the bloodbath?
Yeah, not be in the bloodbath. But where they like have just like huge lights, and they have a barricade around it?
Yes.
So we were like, why don't we stand against this like barricade? We're still close, but we have this
little bit of a support.
Yeah, we have support and we can like put our things down and like lean them against, right? That was the best decision we could have made.
So smart.
So we got there, we fucking got that seat. Like every time someone would go to the bathroom, get a drink, get a snack or whatever, we would like sprawl out to be like, nobody take this. Like we turned a child away. You know what I mean? Like we were not fucking playing.
Mama's night out.
So anyway, so then the crowd fills in, whatever. Paramore was the opener, which like
incredible.
Obsessed with Paramore. I'm a treat.
What a fucking treat.
Huge Paramore fan. Also saw them last year at MSG. They were amazing. Paramore begins, and these two girls in front of us, Emily and her girlfriend, were in the bathroom. So me and my friend Kayla were kind of like, sprawled out a little bit. I was in like a wide second stance,
Hello. You weren't playing.
Look, I got long legs. I'm going to use them.
As you should.
So they decide, we're going to like kind of put our heels up on this like barricade that we were like standing on. Mind you, it's like a fucking, an inch like higher off the ground. So these girls stand there and me and my friend Kayla look at each other and we go, what the fuck? Like, and I literally go into this girl's ear and I'm like, can you move forward? Like, girl, I shouldn't be able to smell your perfume. What is going on? This girl looks at me and she goes, oh, well, we're short, in her French accent. Oh, well, we are short. I'm not going to do it. Sorry. We are short. She goes, oh, well, we're short. Like, I can't see. Like, and I go, girl, 1 inch isn't going to help you. Like, get the fuck off my island. Get off my land.
So American of you.
Yeah. So we just stare at them and they were like not relenting. And so me and my friend Kayla, we were like, okay, you want to play that game? The second Paramore starts. We scream louder than we've ever screamed in our lives. Oh. I probably destroyed my vocal cords because we were screaming so loud. These two girls would pull up their phones to record and we would immediately be like directly into the camera. And they would be like, and stop recording. And I'd be like, yeah, bitch, you want to fucking stand here? I can play that game. I'll be louder than you. Like, but we were crying laughing because we were like, this is so fucking funny.
It's funny.
Meanwhile, we won. They walked away.
Come on.
But that was the one moment where I was like, yeah, I hope they're talking shit and saying these obnoxious Americans. And I go, you bet your fucking ass. Okay. We got there first.
Fair.
I'm sorry. You like,
listen, the Eras Tour is just different. Everyone's got to do what they got to do.
Yeah.
It's just a miracle to get a goddamn ticket.
I know. And look, I'm like I'm a respectful fan. I'm not going to be like crazy like that, but I don't like that shit. Like, you know what I mean?
They sounded a little too close for comfort. Yeah. So,
and the thing is with me is like I said, like I'm not a mean girl, but if you piss me off, if you fuck with one of my friends, if you do something disrespectful, you think you're a bigger dog than I am. You're not.
You're not to be crossed.
No.
Ashleigh Carter is not the one.
That's how I am. Like, I'm very peaceful. I'm very, like, whatever.
You're fair. You are a fair person.
The second you pull some shit, I turn vicious and I will outdo you in meanness. Like,
I love it.
Okay. So that's, anyway.
Like I said, the friend everyone wants to have. The new set. Come on.
Oh my God.
That's really what I'm jealous about, is because I love the Tortured Poets department. I think it's a fabulous album. And I was thinking leading up to the tour, I was like, you know what? I bet she's putting in a whole new fresh set, because she also wants to say, hey fans, thanks for waiting a whole year to see me on tour. I'm going to mix it up. I'm going to add in a little fun surprise for everyone. Yeah. Sure enough, she did.
And it was one of my favorite parts.
It looks incredible.
Yeah, I was pretty ambivalent about Tortured Poets department. Sorry.
And you're entitled to your opinion.
Girl, why did you give us 31 songs? I don't have time for that. I do, but
it's anyway.
But it was so good. It was the black and white, the drama of it all. She had like a whole skit.
Drama, yes.
The craziest part is that when she was singing I Can Do It With a Broken Heart, she's flashing pictures of Eras Tour. And she's essentially like, yeah, I fucking got on stage for you bitches after my 6-year relationship ended. And then my weird situationship with Maddie Healy ended. Like, yeah, I was up there every fucking night. And we were like, yeah, girl, like, sorry. Fucking love you. I'm so sorry.
We do owe that woman an apology, big time.
Yeah.
I love this album because she called out the fans.
And I do too. And I think
we needed to hear it.
In general, I will say, like, the French, like, it was very tame. I couldn't believe
it wasn't as wild as a US crowd.
No.
And so did the energy feel lower?
It felt lower, and like there were so many people standing on the floor, not even
dancing,
moving, not even like swaying their hips, not even. I was like, are you sleeping, standing up? What are you doing? Like, what the fuck?
That makes me so angry to hear.
And it was so bizarre. So meanwhile, like at MetLife, I couldn't hear myself think because the screaming and the singing was so, but I love singing along with the crowd. That's like such and people were doing it, but it felt so tame. It felt like we were like chit chatting, like while the song was on and we could hear each other. Like it was very strange. So I will say I did prefer the American crowd at MetLife. I don't know what it was, but it was way different. I also feel like Swifties are a complicated crew.
Definitely.
And I have a lot of thoughts about.
Actually, we should take the time to talk about it because I wanted to talk about this as well. Like, I'm technically a Swiftie. However, I'm not the type of Swiftie who's ever going to dox you.
No.
I have ethics, rules, boundaries.
I have a life.
Taylor Swift is still a human.
Yeah.
She's my favorite pop girl of all pop girls.
Yes.
She really is my number one. She's still human. I don't need to idolize her every single day. I appreciate her. I love her artistry. I really see her as an artist, truly. Because I'm like, she's so... her written word, the way she puts together a show and all the details and the Easter eggs and the layers and the meaning, and no one does it better than her. No one. We are so lucky to be alive in this time and see her like share her art with us.
Yeah.
So I really see her in that regard. I'm like, she's an artist to me first and foremost.
Yeah.
But yeah, Swifties are mostly weird.
The Swifties, a lot of them are really ruining the experience for me. And I think for a lot of people who are just like, hey, I appreciate Taylor Swift as an artist. I think her lyrics really resonate. I think she's so brilliantly, unendingly talented. I am not going to go to the edge of the fucking earth for her. She's a person I do not know. Oh. I don't know her. I wish we could hang out.
Yeah.
But I don't know her. She doesn't know me. She is a character in some ways. Yeah. And
we know a version of Taylor Swift. We do not know Taylor Swift the person. That's the other thing.
Yes.
And that's okay. She doesn't owe us that. She is allowed to exist as a person outside of her career and have privacy, first and foremost, and not fuck with us. That's absolutely okay.
Yeah. Her fans have become this beast of her good intentions, I feel, where like it was originally like she was so connected with her fans, like in the Tumblr era, and she was so involved with them in such a deep, personal, meaningful way, because I think she really liked doing that. And now it's sort of just evolved into this like absolute group psychosis.
I feel like it's constantly people trying to outdo each other, like out Swiftie each other. Like, I'm really the number one fan. No, I am. And this is how more dedicated I'm spending more money and I'm doing more of this. And it's like weirdly competitive. And I'm just like, come on.
You know what? I'm a Beyonce girl first and foremost. Beyonce's been in my life. Look, my AAM scream name was Dangerously in Love. You know what I mean? I am a Beyonce girl from the jump. I was a Destiny's Child girl. I'm a Beyonce stan. Like, so.
And it begs the question, how does it feel to share a name with your idol?
Okay. It feels fucking great. Thank you for asking.
You're welcome.
My name on her album, that's crazy.
Cowboy Carter, hello.
Hello.
Ashleigh Carter, hello.
It does. I do stop a little bit and I'm like, well, it's Jay-Z's last name. But you know what? I don't care how she got it from that man.
Her children have that name too. That means something.
Blue Ivy Carter, her manager.
That means something. Her legacy has that name. Yeah.
As a Beyonce fan, like I do feel like I see a different sort of fandom, like the Beehive versus like Swifties. And it's like, I will just say, just from going to both of their concerts now, I've seen Beyonce twice, I've seen Taylor twice. The crowd at Beyonce is way more chill, is way more respectful. Yeah. Like, I've only ever had an issue at fucking Taylor Swift, even at MetLife. And even my friend Emily said the same thing. She's like, yeah, people are really intense at Taylor Swift and they're really like disrespectful. And I don't know if it's just like part of that whole, like really, she attracts these like very intense people. And then meanwhile, I go to Beyonce and it's just like, yeah, we're just shaking ass and having a great time. Exactly, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, so it's like such a different dynamic. But what I have come to appreciate about Beyonce, which I used to hate so much, is that she doesn't fucking talk to us and it doesn't create this insanity,
false sense of closeness.
Which I think has become Taylor's sort of detriment, that I wonder how she feels about it and how she probably has such complicated, nuanced feelings about it.
Because I think she very much still deeply loves her fans.
Of course.
However, it's very clear that we've caused a lot of issues and at times pain in her life. Yeah. And that's really sad.
And also think about how it has inadvertently or like consciously made her make certain decisions, even in her personal life.
I think like right now in the height of her career in the biggest tour of her life, probably, but I mean, I won't hold her to that. I mean, she loves to surprise us.
Yeah.
Every decision she makes has to be under the guise of like my safety and do I have enough security and is this going to cause too much attention? Like even a few months ago when Jack Antonoff got married and all those people swarmed the wedding venue, I was so disgusted to see that because I'm like, yo, this is someone's wedding.
I was horrified.
This is so disrespectful.
And I had read she left early because to get the fucking
she was
crowd
embarrassed.
away.
It brought so much attention. And like, yes, it was a celebrity packed wedding, but a lot of those people were there to see her. They just wanted a glimpse of her.
Yeah.
And it's just like, that's not the time or place, babe.
Yeah. And it wasn't like a few people.
It was hundreds.
Swarms of people. Yeah, I think of that all the time. Even from just like my small little TikTok thing. Like sometimes when people post comments, for the most part, I'll ignore them and just like live my life. But some of them do get into
because you're a human,
your psyche, you know? Yeah. And so is she. In a way, you might kind of feel yourself acting a little differently because you're like, oh, well, they said this thing about me. And like, oh, they thought that was pathetic. And, you know what I mean?
You're aware that people are watching you.
Yes. You're
and analyzing your behavior and trying to make meaning out of things.
You're being perceived and like, yeah. So I cannot imagine on that level. And
no, I actually think all the time she must have an amazing mental health team.
Yeah,
there's no way. The fact that she's still standing, also she's putting in the work, she's doing what she needs to do to support herself, and this album really was a peek behind the curtain to like, no, this shit really tears me up.
Yeah,
and it's hard.
Yeah, she was really raw and honest about it.
That was so generous of her to do. She didn't owe us that, but I'm glad she did, because I think a lot of the fandom needed a wake-up call just to be more respectful. And yeah,
they're not gonna though.
No, people are way too selfish. Yeah, try to cancel me, Swifties.
Yeah,
bitch. So you got to see the fabulous new set, the surprise songs, which is one of my favorite things about the tour. It was a mashup of Is It Over Now and Out of the Woods, and then My Boy Only Breaks His Favorite Toys. You got a mashup, girl.
I know. Yeah, I was really excited about Out of the Woods when she pivoted into that, because like I said, Tortured Poets department was a lot for me. I digest all of it in time by the time I saw her,
because this was top of May. The album hadn't been out too terribly long.
Yeah, like 2 weeks maybe. And I also feel like I needed to be in a certain headspace to listen to that album, because a lot of it is very like emotional, and I've been in my pop diva era.
Yeah. She's like, I'm having fun right now.
But I will say the Tortured Poets department set made me go back and like really appreciate those songs.
Yay.
So when I saw,
do you have any standout favorites? Share.
Daddy, I Love Him is like now
that was
such
my
a
favorite.
bop.
That was my first. I was like, this one.
Oh, I love it. I
this
just
one.
love that she's like, I'm having his baby. Like, it's so dramatic.
It's so.
She's like, no, I'm just kidding.
I forget who said it, but someone was like, it's perfect 90s country, and I was like, yes.
Yeah.
It reminds me of the Chicks and Shania and that, like, just like emotional pop talking about feelings, and
shows like I am in this crazy situation that no one approves of, but I'm in it and I don't care.
I love when she was like, and I'll tell you something about my good name.
Yeah.
It's mine alone to disgrace. I was like,
yeah.
Oh my God, say that.
And she said,
I'm aware.
She goes, I didn't see
and
any.
I'll do it again.
Yeah. She's like, oh, those long essays you wrote, those opinion articles, bitch, I didn't fucking see any of them.
Listen, are we all going to act like we haven't been in a manic relationship before?
Oh my God.
Where we let some boy ruin our life?
Yeah.
Me.
Yeah.
Year 2022, that's all I'll say. That's all I'll say. You know who you are. Fuck me up.
Come on. I've slept with a Republican. Like...
Yeah.
Pre-Trump, I'll say. Pre-Trump.
Okay. Yeah.
It was different.
That was a different time. Yeah. I was like, oh my God, we're out here being victimized, even Taylor Swift. Like, oh, we have all been love bombed.
Yeah. Love bombed. We've been like, so like, oh yeah, this person is objectively bad, but something keeps pulling me back.
You're like, we just have this connection. They understand me. We speak the same language. All those things might be true, babes, but they're mentally unstable.
Yeah.
Run.
Yeah.
Get bad. Out.
But yeah, the surprise songs, I felt kind of like, ooh, that's my bad. I didn't really know them as much. But at MetLife, you know, I got Maroon and fucking...
Oh my God, you were there for the Maroon
Getaway Car.
Oh my God. I was sick to my stomach.
Those two were...
fuming. I was screaming because Midnight's had recently come out then. Maroon is one of my favorites.
So
all-time
good.
favorite of the album. And then she put out Jack Antonoff.
And Jack Antonoff for Getaway Car.
I screamed on the top of my lungs.
Getaway Car. I love his background.
I left you at the motel. And they like did the bit. Oh my God.
Whoa. Oh my God, it was so good.
Yeah,
So
you got the best concert night that weekend. That was the best one.
Yeah, I got a really good one. So I was sort of like, oh, it's okay that I didn't really...
I'm so glad you had that experience though. VIP, Paris with friends. How fun.
I know.
How freaking fun.
We had such girly pop time. I love female friendships so much.